there was a conversation in the IWC over who had the best women's division between AEW and WWE. And I'll just straight up be honest. Junkyard James did a podcast on Thursday where he essentially said that AEW had the greatest women's division in the world right now, and it was better than WWE. Now, from a booking perspective, maybe the booking's better. I don't know. I don't watch AEW. But from a pure talent standpoint, I just want to go over some of the talents on these rosters, right? So, I'm going to pull it up real quick. I should have done this a little earlier. WWE, we'll start with WWE's first. And we're just going to pull up the women's roster. And I'm just going to name some of the big hitters, right? These are the main players, right? AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Becky, Bianca, Blake Monroe, Charlotte, Chelsea, Fallon Henley, Julia, Io, JC Jane, Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace, Kalani, Kendall, Kiana, Lash Legend, Liv, Lola Vice, Natalia, Naomi, Nia Jax, the Bellas, Raquel, Rhea, Roxanne, Sol Ruka, Stephanie Vaquer, Tatum Paxley, Tiffany Stratton, Ren Sinclair, Zarya. Those are some of the... You're right. I didn't name all of them. But if we were going to build a roster of talent, right? So if you just think of top of the card right now, like the top 10 women in WWE, right? You would have to include an AJ Lee, an Alexa Bliss, a Blake Monroe, a Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Izzy Dame could be up. You have so much talent that you don't have enough room for someone like a Sol Ruka to be on the main roster, right? If I were to flip over to AEW and look at their women's roster and start naming off some of their names, Alex Windsor, Anna Jay, Billy Starks, Athena, Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart, Lena Cross, Megan Bain, Mercedes Moné, Mina Shirakawa, Persephone, Red Velvet, Queen Aminata, Tekla, Thunder Rosa, Willow, Zeta Steel, Toni Storm. I'm willing to bet 90% of the roster I just named for AEW would be mid-card or worse in WWE. If there's a reason why when I sit here and ask, do I want Britt Baker to be WWE bound? Absolutely. But then I sit here and I say, but where is she going on the roster? Now, I think Britt Baker would be fantastic to answer like an open challenge for AJ Lee's title or something like that, right? Like a WrestleMania. That would be a cool debut. But if you think about where Britt goes, she's probably going to NXT. And even there, like, where is she fitting in NXT? There's so much top-tier talent in WWE that Charlotte Flair is in the tag team division now. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are probably the two biggest used women in the year 2025. And in the year 2026, they're in the tag team division. So that they could build other spots for a Stephanie Vaquer and a Julia and Liv Morgan returning and Roxanne Perez and Raquel and everything that they're trying to build with that. So to get the two biggest women in the company out of the way. They pair them together as a tag team and put them in the tag team division. The potential that comes out of a Blake Monroe and a JC Jane and a Sol Ruka, where they still have to sit in NXT because there's no room for them. And you want to sit here and tell me, when you look at a roster, that I'll give you Britt Baker. I'll give you. Yeah, like if we were to do the top 5 in WWE right now, just even comparing champions. Just even comparing champions right now. Your women's champion is Tekla. You got to go against Jade Cargill or Stephanie Vaquer. From a talent prospect, you're probably third place there. Right? You have Alex Windsor, who's your strong, or is the strong champion. I don't know if she still is. I think she actually lost it. Athena is your pure champion, right? Or she's the Ring of Honor champion. Or something along the line there, right? Deonna Purrazzo is your ROH pure champion. So let's just compare ROH to NXT. Your NXT champion's JC Jane. Your NXT North America champions Tatum Paxley, and you compare those to Athena and Deonna Purrazzo. I think NXT has the upper hand. You then consider the mid-card with AJ Lee and Julia, and I would even say you don't even hold a finger there. Your AEW Women's Tag Team Champions are Lena Cross and Megan Bayne, I believe, are the tag members there, if I remember correctly. Now, I don't know much about Lena Cross, which tells you enough that she's not, like, she might be a top women's wrestler in a lot of the dorks' mind, but the point that I'm getting to is there's no way in the world you can sit here and convince me and anyone else who can just look at a roster and think critically that the AEW women's division is better than WWE's. There's just no chance in hell that you're doing that to me. So then that brings me to the third